Danielle Filgate knows her job is not for everyone. As a care aide at Kamloops Hospice, her role is to make people comfortable in the last weeks or days of their lives. But just a few short years ago, she was working in this field was the farthest thing from her mind. In our fifth and final story of our inspirational series, Rafalina Sirianni learns that personal circumstances led Danielle to the job of her dreams.
Hello.
5 years ago, Danielle Filgate had never heard of the Kamloops Hospice. That is, until her mother came to spend her last days here.
It was good for her to go, and her biggest fear, she didn't want to die in the hospital, so that's what brought me to here was for my mom.
Her mother was only 52 years old. She died within 2 weeks of entering hospice after a battle with lung cancer. A year later, Danielle was back at hospice, this time comforting her grandmother, who was dying from cancer as well. Danielle was moved by hospice and the vital service it provided.
Just the home atmosphere and, the welcoming arms and just, being able to stay overnight and, call at any time of the day.
At the time, Danielle was working at a call center, then a convenience store. It never occurred to her that perhaps her true calling was helping people. It wasn't until a year after the death of her mother and grandmother she decided to go back to school, motivated to help those in their last days.
I think you have to be comfortable with death. You have to be comfortable around that. You have to be comfortable with people and people who are, in pain, emotional pain when their family member dies.
Today, Danielle works full-time at Kamloops Hospice. Her co-workers and supervisors well aware of how her past experiences have helped her in a job that's not for everyone.
Because she's been through it, and now she's working here, so she can, let people know that it's not a horrible place. I mean, it's sad, of course, but, everyone lives here until they die, so we have a lot of fun and laughter as well.
Danielle feels immense pride in the work she does and believes working at hospice has given her a new perspective on the loss of her grandmother and mother, a new perspective on death.
I had to find that reason, and I had to realize that rather than focusing on what I was going to miss for the rest of my life without my mother here and my grandmother and what they were going to miss, I had to just rely on what I had with them. You could spend your whole life going, well, they've missed this and they've missed that and they're never going to see this and never see that, and you drive yourself insane, But it takes a while to sort of wrap your head around. But to be able to hopefully offer that to somebody, and maybe it helps them.
And that completes our series of inspirational stories compiled by Rafalina Sirianni and SImmonds. And you can see all 5 stories again tomorrow and Sunday on Week in Review.